What's up, resellers? I'm Rebecca and you're watching Rebecca the Reseller. Thanks for joining me today for another Poshmark closet review. I have been really enjoying doing these closet reviews. I've had a bunch this week. I feel like I might have actually done like 5 or 6 in this week alone. You're going to see them spread out over several weeks for those that are watching at home, but I do them, obviously as soon as I get them so that I can give them to the person right away, but then I don't put them on the channel for a little bit. And so I feel like I've done so many this week that my brain's kind of spinning, but I really like doing them. I really like seeing what everybody is doing in their closets. It helps me kind of solidify my thoughts and things for my own closet and come up with ideas that I wouldn't have normally had. So I really appreciate it, and I want to thank Ashley for purchasing this closet review. Thank you so much. Her closet is at Bunny Footfoot, which I think is hysterical and super cute, and I can't wait to talk about it. I love the logo, which we'll talk about in a second. But thank you, Ashley, for purchasing this closet review from my Etsy store. I do appreciate the support and for you wanting to know what I have to say, and I hope that everything that I have put together for you will benefit your closet and give you lots of sales. For those that are watching at home, if you want to check out the link down below, you can purchase your own closet review from my Etsy store. The store itself has lots of reseller tools in there that are downloads and things that I use in my business that might be helpful for you in your reselling business. And, a customized Poshmark closet is just one of them, but there's all sorts of other things in there, so hopefully you'll check it out. So let's get into it. First of all, again, at Bunny Footfoot, love it. Bunny Foot Boutique and Haberdashery, love it, love it. So very cute logo here. I love your backdrop. And we'll start talking about the things that we normally talk about, which is the name. Now, I totally get you've branded this. This is what you want to call it. That is awesome. And if you want to keep it like this, that's fine. The thing that I always recommend here with the name field is that if you're looking to get more followers or you're looking to just continue to always get more followers without having to do anything, putting an exclamation point here at the top with some spacing will have you show up higher in the lists of followers. So when people go to someone's followers to follow people, yours will show up at the top, therefore getting you the most amount of followers. And so it's something I recommend as kind of like a hack to get more followers. When you're branded like this, you may not want to do that. You may want it to be your name up here, and I totally get that. So that's up to you. The banner looks good. It's very pretty. And this is funny because a lot of the ones that I've seen that I say look good are like fashion related, like it's closets and clothing and this and that. And that's great. But what I've always said is that as long as it's not a negative, as long as it's something that's not inappropriate, that's a negative to your closet, it's fine. So this is of a rainbow and, the sky outside. And I think that's beautiful. So that's totally good. Here you have some prime real estate. You have Poshmark Ambassador there, which is great and good to let people know that. But you could also say a few other things. You could say that you ship same or next day. You could say how many items you've sold. You can say that you're a professional seller or that your items are packaged with care. You could say some other things in addition to Posh Ambassador that gives them a little bit of a boost in their buyer confidence and hopefully will help them have a good experience with you. For your avatar, it's your logo, which is great. I love how it's a bunny and a foot. So it's very creative. I really like it. It looks very nice. So great job on that. Link. So you have a link to your Instagram. I don't really click on it and kind of get into that, but if you do things for your Poshmark closet with your Instagram, then that's good. Obviously, it's branded Bunny Footfoot, so I'm assuming that's specifically for your business. And so I think that's a great way to communicate with, people outside of Poshmark. For your listings, you have 1,372 listings. That's awesome. Good for you. It's probably one of the highest that I've had of some of my closet reviews, so that's great. So perhaps making 2,000 listings, that should be your next milestone, right? Something to be shooting for. So that's exciting. So I mentioned that. And again, we don't always talk about like the next steps for listings and things that you're doing to make sales and whatever. Perhaps I'll have a format for that. I'm really kind of thinking about it, so stay tuned on it. But if you're looking to increase sales, which again, I kind of assume that you are because you purchased a closet review, so you're trying to improve, do more things to improve your closet, revamp, get more sales, you may want to see what your listing habit is. Are you listing the same amount that you want to have sold in a day? Are you listing double the amount that you want to have sold in a day? Use that as general guide and then kind of go from there and increase from there. If you want to sell more, you need to list more. For shares, you're at 190,000. which is great. It kind of tells me that you do a lot of community shares, and the only thing I say with that is there's nothing wrong with it, but make sure you're doing your stuff first. Put the oxygen mask over your face before you put it on anyone else's. Share your items enough times, most frequently, before you share other people's. Do your listings before you do community shares. Do your offers to likers, revise listings, relist items. Do all the things that you need to do that are sales generating activities before you do the shares. Once that's done and you have some extra time, then yeah, do the community shares when you're shopping, you're just on the feed, you're doing mindless stuff while you're watching Netflix. Like, that's all good. It helps the community. Poshmark loves that. So I totally think that it's a good thing to do, but only when you have the time to do it and you're taking care of your own house first. Same thing kind of goes along with the followers, almost 136,000 followers, which is great. And you're following about 266. So that doesn't necessarily, because it's like half and half. So it's not necessarily saying to me that you're going crazy following. You could have followed a lot in the beginning and not done it for a while. Like, it's not so crazy. For me, I'm probably almost at following 1 million, that I'm following. And then I just passed 400,000 followers recently. So, I've probably followed in ratio more than you. So that's what I did in the beginning, because I was kind of really obsessed with the numbers, honestly. But I do think that 135,000 followers is great. You'll only get more over time. I don't think you need to go crazy trying to find more followers. But if you find yourself in a position where you're like, I'm bored, I just want to follow people, go follow those new closets. I have a video linked down below and in your summary that shares how to get more followers, so you can check that out. For your last activity, now, I did your written summary this morning at 4 a.m. Right now it's almost 11 a.m., so I'm sure a few things are a little different. So you were last active this hour, which is great. So you're up, you're up, you're in Atlanta, Georgia, so you're East Coast too. So you're up, you're doing things, you probably shared your closet already, doing your shipping or whatever. So you're last active, that's great. Just lets people know that you'll be answering their questions because you're checking the app frequently, that you're going to ship out their item in a decent amount of time. So being active just kind of lets people know that you're there and you're around. Love notes given, you've got over 100 love notes received, a bunch given as well, so that's great. You're looking good really there. Your ship time is 1 day, so that is fantastic. And you've been a Posher since 2017, so it looks like you're just kind of chugging along. I don't know if you're part-time or full-time, but you're, kind of doing exactly what you need to be doing as far as that goes, so that's good. Let's talk about closet signs, one of my favorite things. So you had a few closet signs. Now, I don't see anything right at the top, and I'm trying to look back on my notes. Okay, so you have this, let's make a deal. Okay, yeah, you had a bunch of different, like, random, they were kind of funny, signs. I have to tell you, bundle and save over here. There was like another one. I think it was like offers. Well, you might be sharing right now, so it might be a little all over the place, but I'm pretty sure I don't have anything in my notes here that said that you had a closet sign. So I don't think you have a bookmark sign. If I'm wrong, I do apologize, but I don't see that I wrote anything down in my notes. I just have that I recommend doing one. So I don't think you have a general closet sign. So my recommendation would be right here in this very top spot. You need to take your logo, put it down at the corner, and then right up here, professional seller, offers welcome, welcome to my closet, packaged with care, ship same next day, for a 5-star seller, all those kinds of things. You don't have to put it all, but pick the things that you are most proud of, that you want to share with your potential buyers so that they know what to expect from you as a closet. And make a listing that is your closet sign. And then in the title, you can put bookmark my closet or like to bookmark or something like that. And then in the description, you can put some additional information, everything that I just said to help boost buyer confidence, let them know what to expect, tell them about you if you want to, or where your name came from or whatever. But short and sweet, just some information to kind of let them know, again, it's a welcome. They can bookmark to find your closet again. You're giving them some information that's going to help them decide to buy from you and hopefully not from somebody else, and just gives them a positive experience. The other closet signs, I'm not like a super fan of. I get it. Like, it's cute, it's sticky, but like, or kitschy or whatever the word is, but like, you have such a nice closet. I'm going to talk about your photos in a second. Like, I feel like you have such a nice closet. And I was like, why does she even want like a closet review? Like, her closet looks nice. I it kind of is like all over the place. I mean, there's not a lot of them, so if you feel really strongly that you want to keep them and it brings you joy, then that's fine. I feel like you would be better served by doing something similar to what I recommended for the closet sign. Have your little logo in there, and then you can write, let's make a deal. Have your little logo, offers welcome. Have your little logo and whatever some of the other signs say. Like, I'm not opposed to having a few signs saying bundle and save. That's fine, but have them be branded, cohesive. You have a logo. Like, some people don't have logos, they don't really have a brand, it's just them with their closet. And so they could pick a sunflower and have all their signs be a sunflower, or a purse because they like to sell purses or whatever. And so for you, you have a logo, you have kind of a brand going with your color and everything. So I feel like maybe you have a bunny in the corner, whatever it is. I think it would be nice to have branded closet signs. Now, I'm actually working, as a result of one of my other closet reviews, working on putting up closet signs in my Etsy store. So you're more than welcome to check those out, see if there's anything that you like. You could have a customized one that you want to do yourself. Or you can just buy closet signs, and they're available in my store on Etsy and in others. And that way they all look the same. They all kind of have the same look and feel, and it just adds another level of professionalism. Because like I say, your closet looks good. So let's talk about that. Product, mix, brand, and size. This is what I wrote for those in the cheap seats in the back. Yes, your brands are great. Sourcing doesn't seem to be an issue for you. Amazing job. If you're looking to make more sales, just find ways to increase the same sourcing you're doing, as it seems to be on point. I thought your brand, size, mix looks great. I don't have any critiques to give you. Just keep doing what you're doing. Honest to God, it's awesome. As far as product mix, item type, and style, you had casual, career, plus, not plus, all types of items from dresses to pantsuits to shoes to accessories. You have everything in there. It's well diversified, so I don't think you need to change anything there. I didn't notice any prohibited items. And then under photo presentation, I put, don't change a thing on your photos. I think they are perfect. Now, you're like me, you have some stock photos in here. So obviously, you're putting in stock photos. Those are always going to look great. But the photos that you do are nice. They've got nice white space around them. They're nice and centered. The item looks well cared for. It looks put together. It's not just hanging there haphazard or wrinkled or anything like that. Your flat lays look good. That one's cute with the bunny in there. This one, I did see some that you have like the gray backdrop, and that's fine. I like white. And I think for Google, they always say that white is better, but you don't have to have white. You could have it be gray. Maybe that goes with your bunny thing. I don't know. But as long as it's clean and clear and you can clearly tell, like this here, Amelia embroidered crocheted back tank top, like we know what you're trying to sell. It looks like you've cared for the item. You're showing me the front and the back. There's nothing to hide. Like, it looks great. So I have nothing to say other than keep doing that. Keep doing that. You're doing great with that. And that's usually one of the big things that I have to make critiques on. So this is going well. Lighting, I don't have to say anything about lighting. Everything is bright and clean and crisp and looking really good. You are taking a good amount of photos per item and showing the proper features like front, back, details, tags, etc. I saw all the tag photos and everything in there. Usually that's a critique that I have. I don't need that for you. You're taking all the appropriate pictures. So that is good. Overall, I thought your pricing is good to high, but here's what I thought with this. Like, there were some, like there was a Wild Fable and like a Raffaella, item where I was like, no, it's a little bit. But here's the thing. Your closet looks so good and so put together that you have the right to command more for your items, because I can tell as a shopper that Lily Pulitzer skirt is going to come just the way you have it there, because it looks well taken care of. You made it nice and flat, and you could tell like you probably just ran your hands over it to make it look nice on the wall, and that's what you want people to feel when they look at your items. Same thing here with this coat. Like, the tie is tied, the buttons are buttoned, the sleeves look nice, everything looks the way it should, and so I have confidence that that's what I'm going to get. And so because I feel that way, I'm willing to say that $35 is not unreasonable for that. You know what I mean? Like, I think that I would be willing to pay for that. And honestly, maybe they would even pay more. But you can command those kinds of prices when you're backing it up with the quality, and you're doing that. And so I think that's a great point to make for the people that are watching at home, is that if you're sick of getting lowballed, give them a reason not to lowball you. Show them the value and show them the quality in your items. Every item you pick up is an asset. If it's not, you shouldn't have bought it. So if you're just picking up whatever happens to be in front of you because it's a 25 cents or 50 cents or whatever, don't expect that somebody's going to be giving you top dollar for it. Like, you need to give them that value, and she's doing that here. So great job on that. Title. There were a few where I thought they were perfect, and then there were a few where I thought they were a little short. You may like that and not want to keyword stuff in your title. I get that some people don't like to. And because on Poshmark, your description is searchable also, then I'm less concerned about it. But I just thought that, like, you could put more in your title if you wanted to, but you may purposely not be wanting to. So that's fine. Description length. So here's where I do have some thoughts for you. It's not all sunshine and rainbows actually right now. So you have great photos. It's all looking good. Your sourcing is good, but now we have some things to discuss. So simple descriptions are great, but you may want to add additional keywords. Now I'm just going to click on this one because it's here, but there were other ones. Like, your descriptions are minimal. And so I think you can be putting more information. Now, some things are more keyword friendly than others. Like, these are just denim shorts, but you have high rise, you have mom jean shorts, you have rolled cuffs, button fly, uber trendy, very interesting. So those are all good things. I don't know what else you could have put. Maybe something like medium wash, perhaps something like that. But that's good. Great condition, I have a little bit of an issue with. There were a few, because I think there were a few I think that didn't have condition at all. Let me go back because I do want to note that. So I feel like there were some items that I clicked on where I'm like, there's definitely some keywords that she's missing here that could help her item come up in search, that would help with more, sales and stuff, because you're coming up in more searches. So I do think that that's something to think about. You don't need to keyword stuff, but you want to put as many as are appropriate that will help you get pulled up in that search. And you can just separate them by commas, or you can write out whole sentences, whatever you want to do. But I think you should come up with a listing template. And I do have a whole video on creating a listing template if you want to check out that video, and it'll be linked down below. Let me just go to the just in, because I think it was this one. Yeah, so I bought this lively, which I think you mean lovely, dress, and never wore it, which is fine if you want to say that kind of stuff. Now I'm too round for it. It's a gorgeous fuchsia raspberry color, sheath style, which I think it's actually a shift dress, which you have up here. So maybe that was just a mistake, because there's no waist seaming there. Like, it's not, well, from what I understand, a sheath is when you have two pieces put together at the waist, and when it's one length, one full piece of material, it's a shift. But anyway, short sleeves, silver buttons on the shoulders, and then measurements. So you don't even say what the condition is. Now, like you said, I bought this and never wore it, so one would assume it's basically like new without tags, but you're not saying any of that. So I think for every listing, and if you had a listing template, this would be part of your template so you wouldn't forget, and it would always be included, is you'd put excellent pre-owned condition, no flaws. And so that's my big drum that I beat on condition, is that you don't want to say great, you don't want to say good, you don't want to say all this stuff. I say excellent condition, because that's kind of, it's all subjective. So you just do the best you can. But at least you can say it's of the utmost pre-owned condition that it could be, meaning that there aren't, and then you say no flaws if there's no flaws. And that just kind of puts to bed where they're like, is she hiding something? Is there a rip or a tear? Is there pilling? Is there, wash wear? All of this stuff. If it is in excellent condition, it's in excellent condition. And if there are no flaws, there are no flaws. And so it kind of gives them every reason to buy and no reason not to buy. So that's description. Format, measurements. Most recent listings had measurements, but I do think that you can make them a little bit easier to read. Like if you just put a space down here and made it like its own little paragraph kind of thing, instead of including it all with one set of words, because some people don't read listings to begin with, let alone measurements. But I think you want to do yourself all the favors you can by making those measurements easy to see and easy to read. So I kind of put them in their own little like bullet list kind of thing. And I'm not a big fan of saying pit to pit. rather you say chest laying flat, bust, or armpit to armpit if you have to. Right now I'm saying chest laying flat because I don't know, it's like a personal thing. I just hate saying pit to pit. And then 37 inches long, I think a more appropriate would be length. I know what you're saying and the person would know what you're saying, but a nicer term would be to say length. So that's just a little upgrade there. Buyer confidence information. Again, I have a whole video on boosting buyer confidence. It'll be linked down below and it's in your description, in your summary, but I do think you should add a line, something that says, like for price drops, offers welcome, bundle and save, whatever your percent might be, ship same next day, professional seller, all those things that I said to put in your signs, or all those things that I said to put at the top of your closet, put them in every single one of your listings at the end. That just kind of seals the deal. It gives them everything that they need to know about what to expect from your closet. You as a seller, their buying experience. Give them every reason to buy and no reasons not to buy. So that's it on description. Look at your solds. Let your solds guide you. Again, I feel like your store overall is looking good as far as the pictures, and kind of like by looking at it without clicking into the listings and noticing any issues with the descriptions, it looks great. And so when you go, why am I doing that? When I go to your solds, it's no different. Like, they're nice pictures, they're nice items, they're doing great. You're getting good prices for things. So I think you're doing great. But I always tell people to look at the solds. That will kind of guide you as far as what other things to pick up, what's selling, what are things selling for. That guides your pricing. What do the photos look like? Do more of that. Do those have measurements? Then you should keep doing that. Are those listings more meaningful and have more information? Do more of that. Like, do what your solds are telling you to do. Last shared, which I'm pretty sure is recent, but let's see. I just heard about this brand. Erin by Erin Featherston. Last shared 10 minutes ago, or updated 10 minutes ago. So that's good. So, be active in your closet, have these things, last shared. Here's a question that you answered. So that's great, because that's something that I was next going to talk about, which is I didn't see any unanswered questions on any of your listings. So I actually didn't even see that question before when I was clicking through. So it's good when you are answering the questions. You may want to, I have some information for you here in your summary that you can like make templates and stuff. So that might be something you want to look into just to make it like easier to do your customer service. And then my lips are chapped. I did not see a bundle discount. You may not want to offer one. I do recommend having one. I do 20% off of 2. You could do 10% off of 2. You could do whatever you want. I think 2 is the magic number. I have kind of given some critiques on people for doing it off of 3 items. I think that's too many. Not everyone can find 3 items in one closet, 2 bundles. Sometimes it's hard, unless it's like a huge closet. So I think any percent off of 2 is great. Some people take you up on it. You can still do bundle discounts. You can still do offers to likers. It has nothing to do with that. So I feel like having that on there, again, gives people reason to buy. Like if someone's shopping in the middle of the night, they don't want to send you an offer because you're not going to be able to respond right away. Maybe they're embarrassed. They don't want to send you an offer. But if you give them 20% off, they're more likely to buy 2 items. If you give them a discount, they'll buy it outright, and bing, bang, boom, you have a sale when you wake up in the morning. So I feel like having these things that can make sales automatic helps you get more sales, because some people don't want to make offers. Some people don't want to ask you questions. Some people don't want to have any interaction. They're embarrassed. They don't want to insult you. Like I'm finding, because I'm not one of those people, but I'm finding that there are so many reasons why people shy away from that if you as a seller can make and give them every reason to purchase from you, like having a discount on, giving them all the information, sending offers to likers, all these things, that gives them just literally the click of a button to buy from you. Makes it super easy. Final impressions. I said this already, but when I saw your closet, like when I opened it up to start doing the review, I was like, why does she need a closet review? Like, it looks great. So again, let me just congratulate you in front of all the people that are watching of what a beautiful closet you have. You have great items. Everything looks good. You are clearly putting work and effort into your photos. It shows, and it all looks very professional. I think where you can do the most to improve, And I do think it will help improve is in your descriptions. I think giving more information, more keywords, having a listing template, giving them the buyer information, talking more about the condition of the item, just giving them all those things that really helps them feel warm and fuzzy about purchasing from you, and helping the item come up more in search will help your sales. I think that there are two parts to every listing. It's the photos and it's the text and the information. And so like you need to have both. You need to have a good photo and you need to have all the information, because one without the other, I think, leads to distrust in the buyer's mind and will lead them to not purchasing from you. It doesn't mean yes in every case, but you may be the only one with the thing that they're looking for. But if you have something that's basic or something that there are others of, and you don't have all the information and someone does, then they're left with like good picture, but I feel more comfortable about this other listing with all the information they're telling me. I don't know. Like it would totally depend, but I feel like if you can give everything in one nice package, then you have all the arrows pointing in your direction. So I feel like you have a great look and feel to it, but you do have a little bit of work to do. I think if you do that work, you'll see more success. And then I think, you can really get into, if you're having trouble with sales, because again, it's hard for me to know exactly why you wanted the closet review or what you're struggling with. And so like I said earlier, I'm really trying to work on a way where besides a closet review, I can offer a way to help make a plan. So it may be like, let's make a plan. I'm working on it. And maybe you and I can get together, and maybe I did this with a different closet review where I offered the idea that came from her closet review to her for free. So maybe you and I get together and we work on this for free for you. And that's something I can offer to people in the future of like, let's make a plan for you. Like what are you struggling with? Kind of like a consultation, but I don't really like to call it that. I like to call it let's make a plan, because I'm not a complete expert. Like there's a lot that I don't do in my own closet. Most of it's for lack of time, but there's a lot that I don't do that could help me be better. But I will say that I'm really good at critiquing someone's closet because I know what's not right when it's not right. Sometimes it's hard to see what you're not doing right when it's your own closet, but when you look at someone else's, you'd be like, oh, let me tell you, this. But I'm also really good at systems and efficiencies and sales generating activities. I feel like for being a stay-at-home mom, I've done a lot with my closet than most people because I've really paid attention to the details. I worked my butt off and I've done the most effective things. I've been the most efficient with my activity. And so I feel like I have a lot to offer you there. So if you are having trouble with that and you want to talk about it, Ashley, I would love to talk about that with you, and maybe we can come up with a plan for you that would help you do more. But perhaps you're already doing all the things. I don't know. So we can talk about that offline. But thank you so much, Ashley, for purchasing the closet review. I do appreciate it. I enjoyed looking at your closet very much, and I do hope that some of the things that I have put together for you, you'll implement, and I would love to know if they work for you. I think that they can. And for those that are watching at home, if you're interested again in getting your own Poshmark closet review that's customized to you, go ahead and visit the link down below and check out any of the other resources that I have for your reselling business. Go ahead and like this video on your way out. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and if you have, thank you so much and welcome back. And I will see you all in the very next video. Thanks so much. See you next time. Bye.